Hello fellow farmers, welcome to Matuga Fish Farm. Today I'm going to bring you a special episode about fish farming. Many of you have been asking me questions, how do you do fish farming? Which type of broodstock of fish can you invest in? The answer is today. This is Matuga Fish Farm. It is found in Matuga, Nansana municipality in the Kampala metropolitan area, where the farmers here are doing broodstock and they are doing what we call parenting the fish. They are producing fish fingerlings and selling them. You are going to be getting answers for what you are supposed to be doing when you are starting fish farming. They have a number of ponds from the knowledge that I've picked from here. So just join me as I take you through step by step. A farmer from Bundibujo was asking me questions. Which type of fingerlings should I take? Which type of fingerlings should I buy? Where should I get it from? Right now, the answer is here today. Just keep watching, keep on subscribing, keep on liking, share this video to reach to many farmers who want to venture into the fish farming. So, we are in Matuga Fish Farm and they are going to take you through what the nitty-gritties of fish farming. Don't leave that button, please. Click, share, and make sure this video reaches to those farmers, the farmers who want to reap big. Don't just farm because you've seen a neighbor doing fish farming. Come here and learn. Learn basics of fish farming. Which type of pond? Why do you separate the fish male and female? Then why do you pick the fingerlings and you take them to the resting area? Why do you fish in the morning before sun rises? So these are the answers you are going to pick from this video. Don't go away.
Okay. Yeah, first of all, I'm Nakaima Elizabeth Mirembe. So this process, we have brought the fry from the other side, then we have brought here to rest for a moment because we are going to weigh them in the evening. It should be like, because this is our method, for other farms or other practitioners, after harvesting the other side, they do the weighing immediately and they put them in the hopper where they start feeding that treated feeds. We call it the sex reversal feeds. But for us here, after harvesting the other side, we bring them, they rest. Then in the evening, when the temperatures they have calmed down, then we weigh them. Now we take them to the other, to the pond where we do that process of sex reversal. So that's why we have brought them here. Then in the evening, we shall come here, we do the weighing. We know that the pond 3, because we have got them from pond 3. Then we know that pond 3 has given us such gram. Let me say that it has given us 400 grams. Then we want to know that the amount of feed we are going to feed them, because we know each fish or fry weighs such certain grams. Let me say, I can say that it is 0.273. Now we know that it has given us 400 grams. Then you divide the other gram so that you know the real number of fish you have got in that pond. That one helps you to know the amount of feed you're supposed to feed. In the records, just to take us through this type of
farming system. What is this?
This is a hatchery, and we are breeding fish from here. So this is an outdoor hatchery. We have two. There is an indoor hatchery which we no longer operate because it caught fire some time back and we have not replaced it back yet. So we are currently running an outdoor hatchery. So we are doing it in upper nets just to keep the quality of the fish. Yeah. And then we also trying out the hatchery on pond base. So we stock the brood stock down directly in the ponds where we integrate the female fish and the male fish. So at a ratio, sometimes we stock them at a ratio of 2 females to 1 man. Some ponds we try them out with a ratio of 3 fish females with one male, and the results always show that they are all good at that stocking ratio. But the best is 2 to 1. So we are currently operating this outdoor hatchery and it is doing very well. So at the end of the month, we are sure of 1 million fingerlings. That is for a month, 1 month. Because we have many customers, the demand is too high. So we have different customers with different sizes of fish. But we are able to supply all of them. That's why I'm also continuing to call upon those who have not come to Matuga Fish Farm to continue yearning for our breed, because we are still improving on the breed for the best results. So here, like we have been doing, we do roll. Someone put a stick and we roll the hopper, then we gather the fish in one corner and we scoop out all the fry, all the swim ups, all the younger babies which have been produced. And as I always say, we do this on a weekly basis. So after every 7 days, we come back and do the same. We have scoop nets, like we have been doing, all the required materials. We have basins, so we go on scooping up all those fry. We call them swim up because when they are spitted out from the mouth of the mothers, they just swim up. That is why we call them swim ups. So they don't sink. So it is very easy for us to use a scoop net and scoop them. And then we put them in a clean water basin.
What is the best hatchery according to you? Because farmers here are just asking those questions. If you are to start the hatchery, is this one the best or the other one indoor?
The indoor is the best, as in quality. And for outdoor, to make it better, we stock in upper base. So this is the best in production. The production here is very high outside. The outdoor hatchery is very high in production. Then the indoor hatchery is good at quality, but the production is lower. So given the demand of fingerlings, we had to go in for upper production, just to keep the quality and increase the production of fingerlings to match with the demand.
Okay, he is going to answer the question, then I'll come back to you and get the next step of this kind of production.
Breed of tilapia Nile fish, and we do continue extending the services to our farmers outside there. So here we entirely have hatchery breeding. We do grow out, and our culture systems are ponds, tulundiramu ponds, tulundiramu cages like those ones you are seeing there, tulundiramu hopper nets, and then tanks. So we always encourage farmers, even those from towns, to take up fish farming because it is the only way to go for now. Birungi nnyo, fish farming is the way to go, and we encourage everyone to come in for it. Even if you don't have a swampy area, you can do fish farming. So like for us here, we have around 26 fish ponds. We have 4 cages. We have, actually out of the 26 ponds, we have 5 ponds for nursery. We have 6 ponds for broodstock, and we have 2 ponds for grow out, and then we have other resting hoppers and grow out ponds. Yes, they can advise you about the disadvantages. They can talk about the disadvantages of fish farming, but remember, there is no any project you will ever do that you look only at the advantages. But fish farming is something which is not, some project which is not so demanding. It limits, rather it demands limited time from the farmer. Because now after digging your pond, if you set it very well, after stocking, then it's a matter of looking after the water quality, the feeding arrangements, and the general just management. So at the end of the production cycle, if you have strategized very well, then you'll be assured of your good results at harvest. So fish farming is very good and interesting. So never fear to start. That's what I can advise. Just like another project, never fear to start.
Just like as I've seen there, what like those fingerlings, how much do you sell them here at Matuga Fish Farm?
Yeah, at Matuga Fish Farm we have different sizes of fingerlings. Just because we have different farmers or clients with different interests. So we begin from 0.2 grams, which is as cheap as 80 shillings. So we have like 0.5 grams, which is as cheap as 100 shillings only, Uganda shillings. So the size varies depending on, the price varies depending on the size. We have 1 gram, we have 2 grams at 200 shillings, we have 3 grams at 300 shillings, and more sizes as the interest of customer may come in. So at least all sizes are available, always, throughout the month, throughout the year, because the production is always on.
I've seen you in the morning doing the harvest. Which type of harvest is that, and why are you doing it in the morning? Why do you advise farmers to harvest in the morning?
Any fish handling, it's always advised to handle fish when the temperatures are still very low. So we believe those morning hours, the temperatures are still lower. Because now if the temperatures are high, as much as beyond say 10 p.m., that temperature is not favorable for fish farming. So if you handle, you'll need an extra care not to attain any mortality of fish. So in the morning hours, the temperatures are always very low, and we advise farmers to handle any fish activity during the morning hours or very late in the evening, at 5 p.m. or past 5 p.m. just to reduce the levels of mortalities. And the activity we were doing, we call it fry harvest. Because now we are harvesting those young ones from the pond, and they are so delicate. So if the bigger fish can be affected with the high temperatures, you can now imagine this small as it is, as small as you have seen, just hours old. So it is very delicate. In case of any high temperatures, you expect high mortalities. So we always advise, and we also follow the handling practices.
I'm seeing your ponds are big. How big are they? How should the farmer start doing this kind of the do's and don'ts of starting to
Excavate. No, just as I told you, never fear to start. So don't look at these big ponds you are seeing here and then you get demoralized. We also started very small. We started with nursing ponds as small as 20 by 10. Then we went on expanding as we grew more. So as I said, currently we have 26 ponds and more than that even, but the most productive ones are 26 ponds. But if I may tell you that we began with only 2 ponds, I think you may not believe. So begin small, and when you are beginning, make sure you have enough water supply, you are sure of the water supply, and you are sure of you need some guidance from some technicians when you are digging out your pond, because I've tried moving out there and I've got some some of our clients' ponds have been dug in a square way, in square form. Sometimes it is not so much recommended. We always recommend rectangular ponds, and the water pipe system should move in a way that you should set your ponds not in a series way, not in a series form. In this I mean, you should not set your farm that one pond fills and then fills the other next one. That is sometimes not so technical, because we have different challenges. So we need to set your pond that each pond has an inlet and an independent outlet, just to get assured of the water quality and the diseases outbreak. Because now if one pond is attacked with a certain disease, it automatically means that the other next one will get infected. So it is always advised to set your pipe system in a way that each pond has a separate inlet and outlet. So I advise and I urge farmers at least to seek technical advice, especially the initial stages, because these mistakes sometimes come from the beginning. If you have set your pond badly, then it means even the results will not be good. So you need to strategize very well. You need to get a technical person, a technical advice to get you through. And then we get moving.
So how many sets do you have?